Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing something that I've really looked forward to arriving. It's the Vincent PHO-701. It's a stunning two-box power supply and phono preamp. It's awesome. In the days of phono preamps being these boring boxes that get sort of tucked off to one side, Vincent have been bold enough to use their iconic tube and sort of window, lens, window and backlight and all those types of things to create a piece that's awesome to look at, as well as functionally perfect at its job. Turntables, of course, are a very physical thing, the way that we engage with them. They have to often be up at a right height and certainly able to be touched very easily, and so they're out on show. And again, most of the phono preamps are boring and slumped off to one side. Vincent have been bold enough with their design to make this a showpiece. Nevertheless, we're going to see one in black today. If you'd like to check out sort of the colour option, I've got the little integrated amplifier up here, unboxing in silver. That's really cool as well. Again, that distinctive, iconic backlit tube is just awesome. And again, just one of the reasons I'm so happy to stock Vincent and why it's selling so well in our stores. So, Vincent, German brand since 1995 on the top of the box. Scannable information and model information, the PHO-701. By the way, it does replace the 700, that's now an old model. Significant improvements, including a few features we will see. Scannable information on the serial number and product. Nothing on the other side. It's not sellotape, it's just a little tab in the cardboard. Opening it's an absolute breeze, so easy, and we see a brochure about the Vincent range in general, as well as a very comprehensive user guide associated with the Phono Preamp. It's pretty easy to get the most out of this, but the manual certainly helps guide you as far as the more technical elements of perhaps a moving coil cartridge, so it's good that they've invested in that. Some basic information about international warranties and closed cell foam to protect the product itself. Okay. There's a big desiccant bag first to get rid of, obviously, and then some of the accessories. And this is the cool part. You see, this is a two-box design to virtually eliminate any power supply noise and give a brilliantly regulated DC output to feed into the Phono Preamp stage. So with that is an interconnecting cable, and they've cheated a little bit and they've used something that looks like a VGA cable. Now, the unit has a USB output. Now, I don't think we would ever sell this as a product that has the capability of the analog to digital conversion for the purposes of recording your records, but it does have a little chipset on board to allow for that feature set. So they've provided a USB cable, it's a printer cable, should you want to record some of your treasured albums. Then there's a New Zealand 3-pin earthed power cord. Then there's the two boxes, and these are nestled brilliantly inside, obviously cut closed cell foam. The packaging is snug and will ensure that the product reaches you in one piece. The two boxes, they have a polished cloth string bag. Now that one's the phono stage. I'm going to start with the power supply. So removing the polished cloth bag, we see the boring little box that is the power pack. And again, please, as always with all of these videos, hang around for the photographs. I'll take some really good close-ups. Okay, nevertheless, this is the power supply unit. It's separately labelled with the PS, and it has a LED front and centre to imply its power status, and the Vincent logo. This is extruded aluminium front panel, and again it's in the black option. It's not very deep, it's not very wide, it's a lovely little compact design. It's got its own feet and a little bit of ventilation. At the back, pretty boring. There's a voltage selection associated with our voltage and overseas, a simple rocker switch and a fused 3-pin IEC input. Nevertheless, last of course is the VGA style multi-pin DC output to then go to the Phono Preamp. Now the Phono Preamp. And again, please hang around for the photographs. I'll power this up so that we get to see how good it looks with its glowing tube. Please remember that this isn't just, I mean, it's illuminated, sure, and you can adjust it and you'll see that too. But the tube is very much integrated in the circuit of the Phono Preamp, and with that adds a little bit of warmth to the sound. There's some very clinical systems out there that perhaps lack the emotional contact that comes with that essence of analog, and with a Phono Preamp with tubes you can end up adding a little bit more of that romance and a little bit more of that flair to a system, and ultimately it's going to become more enjoyable for you. Nevertheless, looking at it, look at it. It's beautiful and it's not even powered up. This beautiful and iconic design you can see can easily stack, whether it be side by side or on top of each other. The unit has the tube centrally with like a lens, and we have the Vincent logo and the PHO-701 model number. Again, extruded aluminium front. Again, form factor is identical to that of the power supply unit. It's not very deep, it's not very heavy. These are 2 or 3 kilos in total, so it's I mean that's actually really heavy from a Phono Preamp standpoint, but it's light as far as all the traditional boxes that we might be hiffing around this place. Nevertheless, we've got the input and output covered and protected with a series of RCA caps, meaning that there's no chance of any corrosion or anything like that building up on the RCAs. Nevertheless, input, clearly marked left and right, along with, between them, a switch associated with moving coil and moving magnet. And then the output via RCA. Obviously the power input that I've alluded to with the cable and the power supply. Above that, the scannable information associated with its serial number, and the 4-step switch associated with the light that illuminates the front the front tube. It's 3, 2, 1 and off. The printer style USB output, and then a very firm ground. The unit itself is also complemented with a series of dip switches, each for one of the channels. It's 2, one for each of the left and right channel outputs. This enables you to calibrate and tweak the load associated with a moving coil cartridge. So the simple moving coil, moving magnet switch. Moving coil is in, and then of course the manual will help set you up with the dip switches and the load associated with your cartridge to get the maximum performance. I'll be honest, the default settings are pretty good, and you can improve it from there. So there we have it. Vincent's brand new Phono 701 preamp. Absolutely stunning. So proud to have shared it with you today here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.